As a content coach, the number one question I get from clients is, how can I eliminate video editing? Is that you? I used to struggle with this myself. In fact, I quit YouTube the first go round because the workflow was simply unbearable. I now confidently answer that question with one word, which is live. For live video, live streams, and live shows, when you're done, it's done. Plus, I even take that same approach when it's not live. And if you don't believe me, this entire video was not edited. It was all done live to drive. And I'm itching to show you how. In fact, I'll even throw in a bonus resource at the end. So let's dive in. So let's get into live demo mode. And in live demo mode, you will be able to see that this is Ecamm Live. Ecamm Live is the application that I use to record my videos live to drive. Because it's a program built for live streaming, it allows for you to be able to set up unique and dynamic scenes and transitions that makes it seem like it almost mimics as if you're video editing. So let's look at what I do for a YouTube video first, and then we'll look at a live show, and then I'll show you that bonus that I talked about at the beginning. Here, you're seeing the scenes window on the left of the screen, and the folder, the scenes that we were cycling through at the beginning are simply these. And we just set them up in an automatic scene group that is set for 4 seconds. So instead of having to click through them myself, you'll see that every 4 seconds, it's now cycling through on its own. And that makes it seem like it's edited, makes it seem like it's produced, makes it seem like somebody else is driving when really it's just me by myself here in my home studio. That is a really clutch feature to really lay your teeth on. But what I want to show you here is what I have for when I'm recording my YouTube videos. So I'm going to show you the scenes and then explain them. I've got the intro, and that is more what I'm going to do in that scene than what that scene does. So that's me kind of giving you the hook. Then you have the video piece, and you can see, of course, my video is still there. That video is actually behind my video. I've just made my video transparent on top. Then if I need to bring in some B-roll, right? This is a screen record with QuickTime that I did to be able to showcase some functions and features of Ecamm that I can't show when I'm recording. And so if you need to bring in some things like that, you can definitely do that. You simply go up here. You can see that I've just selected screen record and then added my camera on top as a circle and placed it in the bottom down here. And then that is now ready to go. In addition to that, or alternatively, I should say, now you're seeing my script, but you can showcase your screen. And again, it's just one click, right? It's just one click. And in some cases, in my case, I should say, I'm utilizing the Stream Deck pedal, and you can see my buttons here. And I've simply put next scene on this button and on the third button on the pedal. And when I click that button, you see that it moves to that scene. And again, mimics as if somebody's producing it or as if the video has been edited. Once I've finished with the content of my video, right, which would probably be when I'm doing the how-to piece, or if I'm doing the B-roll, or if I'm actually speaking to camera, talking head, I can just stay on this, or I can create another scene. Let's duplicate this one real quick. And we have that one. I'm going to call this zoom. And in this scene, I can click here to the camera effects and zoom in on that video, on my video. And so now the two scenes have a zoom in effect as if somebody edited the video. Lastly, I go to my end card scene. I close out the video. I know I've got 20 seconds for this. And then I hit that middle button on the Stream Deck pedal, which says finish. And then that video is finished. So that's how I record my YouTube videos, utilizing Ecamm Live. So a couple of things to note. You want to make sure you have your assets already done. If you want to bring in graphics, lower thirds, overlays, different things like that, you can do that. But I will share with you here, quick tip. We're in an age of YouTube where less is more. So you don't have to do all the dynamics, but because you're utilizing a platform like Ecamm Live, you can if you want to. Now, I'm going to dive into how I do some of my live shows. And I'll just say right here, there's some components that I will show. Not all of them you absolutely need. I just want you to understand how to utilize this platform to not only record your YouTube videos, but also do live content. So we went over live to drive, but now let's go over live to live, right? So back inside Ecamm live demo mode, and I'm going to close this out. I want to showcase a couple of icons I have down here. One of them in particular is for CCK. It's called, this is the Coaching Corner with Kirk. I'm going to double click that file, and in just a second, we will get that. Right, so now we have that show already loaded up, and it's got a lot of things in there. It's another huge benefit of Ecamm Live is that it does come with the ability to add in content just by double clicking it. And so my show actually starts right around here. So I've got the camera only. Let's go ahead and close this up. We've got camera only. So that's generally how I start my live shows. I will just start with me alone on screen. And I try to spend a good 5 minutes just sharing value. I know that many people haven't come to the show yet. People are still being notified and they're finding their way through to the live stream, but you want to prioritize replay value. And that's why I always start like this. Once I've given them a good couple of nuggets, then I'll say, let's dive into the show, play my intro video, and then we go into the actual coaching corner. Now in the coaching corner, I have this overlay, and the overlay is simply over here. You can see I can take off the QR code, and then I also have this graphic that is transparent that I've simply built out in Canva. That's it. There's not a whole lot to it, but it does kind of give a little bit of branding. People already kind of have an idea what to expect. So you do want to have a scene that just has you as the host. You want to have a scene that has the host plus Q&A, right? So this is me plus comments. And I can bring comments up by simply clicking on the comments. I don't have any comments. This is the comments screen here that I'm pulling on. I don't have any comments because of course this is a recorded video. You can also go into host plus screen. I showed this to you earlier, but again, you want to make sure you have things already predefined for your live stream that you kind of have an idea of what you're going to want to show. And this is the How It All Works webpage. But what you'll see right here in the middle is join now. And that actually would take you over to my school group. And I'll share that link with you towards the end of the video because there are some resources available in that group that you may want to check out. If I'm going to have a guest, I would want to have a host plus guest. In my case, because it's a coaching corner, I used to have clients come through and we would stream them having a coaching session with me. So host plus client. Then you also want to have one that showcases yourself plus the guest plus the screen. So that in case you want to showcase the screen while you've got that client with you or guest with you, you have that. And then of course you want to be able to do that with your comments as well. So building these out, and again, using all the screen real estate that you can. I mean, putting some stuff in the top for branding, different things that you can call out if somebody wants to scan and join the show, or maybe sign up to be able to be coached live for something else. That's what some of these QR codes are for. So you just want to be mindful and think through some of those things. And then I would play my outro, and then we would be done. So that is what a live stream looks like. And I'm pressing the stop sound button on the Stream Deck, but that's what a live stream would look like. Those are some of the components that you would have in a live stream. And I can't stress here enough. Let me come back to full screen. I can't stress here enough that you do want to ensure you think through. This is why your run sheet or your show Bible or whatever you want to call it, this is why it's super critical to have one, because in a live stream or in your pre-recorded or live to drive video that you're producing, you want to know what's coming next so you can flow smoothly. Like I'm looking at my screen right now and I've got all the things that I want to touch on in this video. I mentioned, yes, a couple of times that we have a bonus. And so that bonus is what I do for a live stream or a live show that has live shopping. And so in that live shopping experience here, you'll see that I have the same concept with the automated scene group, where right now it's set to, let's just check that. Oh, 25 seconds. That's long, just long enough for somebody to be able to scan, but I'm going to set this to 3 seconds so you can kind of get a feel for what this looks like. And so I've got several scenes all through here, and there's all kinds of gadgets already predefined, already have the QR code set up here, and it allows me to talk freely. It allows me to share and showcase what I am talking about today in my live shopping experience. Of course, 3 seconds is way too fast. That's why I was set to 25, because you want to be able to talk about the item. But the idea is simply, if you have something to showcase, there's other ways to be able to bring them on screen. So let me pause on this one. This is the SM7B. It's a microphone that I'm using right now. And if we come over here to the side, naming and labeling your folders is also super critical. So here we have the logo. And if I hit the I on the logo, you'll see the logo goes away. So that's all that's in that folder. Now, if I click on the logo, the wheel, and you'll see that the transition is fly in from the left. So I just selected fly in from the left, and it allows for you to have that transition. So if I hide that logo, you see it just disappear. But when I bring it back in, you'll see it slide in. So that's the logo. Then you have the product. Okay. So if I hide the product folder, you see that the product, the screenshots or the images of the box and the actual microphone, they kind of go away. And the same thing is set for both of these. It is set to fly in from the left. The thing is, you get to set where it is on screen. And once it is set, it will fly back into that particular spot. So that's really critical as well. Description, same deal. You have that. I can unhide it, and look, it comes right up and it goes behind some of the other things, which is pretty cool. Same thing for the price. I'll hide that. When I bring it back up, it comes back in. I always want to put last we checked because you never can tell. And then I've got my QR code. And that QR code actually does go to the SM7B. Pause the video and try it if you'd like. But that actually does go to the SM7B on Amazon. So this is something that I did to really enhance my show, to really give people an automated view of what it is I'm looking at. And then it just allowed me to, with hands-free, kind of talk to the camera while people are having this fuller experience with the content that I'm displaying on the screen. The screen is yours. You get to do with it as you please, but you can just dream a little about what is possible with what you're seeing that I'm doing right here, right now. And then the last thing that I want to showcase here for you, with you, and again, this one is the one that you'll be able to utilize. That is a pre-built set of scenes. Pre-built set of scenes. And so I'm going to go back into live demo mode. And here you're seeing what I'm calling black and white. So this is a pre-built set of scenes that my team and I built, and we have made them available. This is a blank background. You can do anything you want with it. Here is a countdown. And the countdown is set up, and it doesn't have any music. You can add whatever music you want to it. Here is myself with my name on the screen. So if I double click this, I can edit the text and put my name in here. You can change the font to whatever you want. And there it is. You can see that on the screen. Here is host cropped. And you can see that it kind of comes in a little bit. I can do the same thing there. Here's host plus comment already built out. And because I've used these before, I had some comments that are already saved into the scene. So that comment comes in and comments come in like that. Here's host plus guest wide. And so you have this where I can select a camera or I can select a guest's camera. Host plus guest tall. So now it's a cropped view of myself and a guest, maybe myself and 2 guests, maybe myself and 3 guests. Then you've got yourself plus the screen, and you can easily come over here to where it says screen share, click the wheel and change that to the secondary display. And then you have your screen back here again. There's a be right back screen. I always recommend that you have something like this, especially for your live streams. Then I have a thank you for watching. But essentially, you've got all the things you might want, the types of scenes that you might want for a live show, and maybe even some that you might want for a produced video. All of them are available, and you can get them in my school community. But these are just some of the things that we can do utilizing Ecamm Live with the live to drive methodology. And I'll be honest with you, fam, being able to come to, I'm going back to a scene now that doesn't have the lower third on it, but being able to go from this scene to this scene without having to click anything, touch anything, without having to go on that video editor and do any of those movements is super clutch. And I'm absolutely excited about it. I want to say this, live video platforms like Ecamm Live are a game changer. I clicked that way too soon. It's a game changer for creators who want to cut down or eliminate video editing. To make good on my promise, I have downloadable scenes available in my school community. Go to kirkrnugent.live/school, spelled with a K, to grab your files right now. This video is the finale of a series covering everything you need to know about Ecamm. Be sure to watch them. Be sure to watch them all in this playlist right here. If you click this playlist right here, you'll be able to watch it and you'll be able to catch up on everything that you missed. Grace and peace, fam. Happy content creating, and hope to see you over in school. Later.